Steve Cash, what's good, bro?
Steve Cash, Money Bags, aka the Fitness Daddy. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a good week. Nice, relaxing, high vibes. How about you?
Niggas is hungover. Niggas, wild ass fucking weekend.
I was hurting Saturday morning. I'm okay.
What, you was drinking Friday night?
Yeah, we went super hard at happy hour.
Where y'all was that? Which happy hour?
We're dead.
Alright.
The only happy hour. No, it's not the only one. Yeah, we just I don't know what the hell. I don't think I ate lunch or something.
Nigga, please.
I was fucked up.
No, man, I ain't do shit Friday night to get prepped for the next day because I had to fucking work. So which I woke up feeling good.
Oh man,
that Saturday.
I thought you was an alcohol hero. I drank and still went to work.
I can't do it, man. I'm getting old. It's the old age playing tricks on me. You know, old age of Father Time is undefeated.
Facts.
I thought I was gonna box with him, but I don't think I felt like. Yeah, that ain't what I want to do.
Me and Father Time's friends. I want to fight it.
Nah, you just gotta embrace.
Openly embrace. Let the baldness come. Let the grace come in.
I'm ready for grace, man. I don't got them like I would have hoped to get them in my face.
You need more stress in your life.
Man, I don't know, man. Child support ain't enough.
Yeah. Shit,
what more do you want from me?
Tyrese.
That's Kelly or Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. It was Kelly. What was Tyrese shit? He was crying about something.
Oh, matter of fact, you're right. I take that back. That was Tyrese with the what more do you want from me.
Well,
okay.
Kelly was crying.
He was crying too. Yeah. His shit was.
He might have been saying the same shit, honestly.
His stress was a little bit different. His stress was.
Both of them was about kids.
It was coming. Yeah. that young teen badge. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrese wanted his kid, and
Kelly wanted the kids. They just wanted his.
Oh man.
Little slave camps.
Oh man, Kelly's a wild dude.
Man, that's a crazy individual.
Wild dude. Did you ever? This is so random, but did you ever see the documentary they did, the Netflix joint?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think we talked about. Yeah. I didn't watch the second one because it's pretty much like I get it. He's a nasty man.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, what more do you want from him? I don't know. He's nasty.
We don't want shit else from him. There's been a ban on his music for a little minute too.
Yeah, man, which was difficult though, because music is definitely.
It's our fault. How is that our fault? How we get penalized? Because he owns some fuck shit.
I don't know. His music is definitely staples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're definitely a good timepiece. I mean, whether what he was referencing or not, that I guess that changes.
I kind of just want to move on.
I don't know. Like, how can you?
Y'all can't separate the man from the music.
To be honest, I mean, I think you could. I think it comes down to personal preferences.
Up to a certain point, you can, but when you start talking about like aging number and shit like that, you start to get into the weird like, were we helping him?
He was messing around with Leah when she was underage.
But we was too young to remember that. That
was the title of her.
We didn't know, like us. We were just kids. We didn't know ourselves. Like
right.
even talking about the tape. When I actually seen the tape, I was still an adult teenager. I was a kid myself. I was young myself, so I didn't even register in my mind
what this was.
I'm watching kid porn because for one, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing it. This shit's here online. Like okay, this shit's wild. You pissing on her. You clearly having sex with a younger person, but by me being that same age, probably around her age, if not a little younger, it's just like I don't know. It wasn't crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like as an adult, I'm watching shit now, and I understand. I'm flipping shit over.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm knocking everything over, even in my own house. Everything's getting knocked over.
I don't know how the hell we got here, but yeah. I mean, R. Kelly's disgusting.
What about Cosby? Did you watch the show and?
That I can do because that was a scripted show.
And I don't even feel Cosby shit. Like I look at shit a little bit different. I mean, I don't know, man. Like these women claiming has done these things, but do I really know? I don't know. Like back in the day, as far as I know,
they had Kells on video.
In the 80s, in the 80s, as far as I know, Quaaludes was party drugs. I didn't know that was something you used for a date rape. I thought he took them too. So if you kicking it with a chick,
isn't that what he said though? He said it wasn't like I was slipping it to them and taking advantage. Like we was all partying and
right. So if you kicking it with a chick, if I pop a pill, she pop a pill, and it's clearly like we all at this party, we all at my house, we kind of know what's going down. I mean, not saying it's okay to take it to do that if she fell asleep or some weird shit. But I don't know if he was giving them pills strictly for them to go to sleep, then so he take advantage. That's weird, and yes, you belong locked up if that's the case.
Yeah.
But if we all,
he was convicted at this point.
Yeah,
so we
he's like now. But if you kicking it with a chick and y'all smoking weed and drinking and shit, you know what I'm saying, and he on the fucking
like she said you took advantage of her, like bitch, we was doing the same thing.
The same exact thing. So I just get
the same amount of the same drugs.
I had a problem with him though. There were some women that said that they did not like.
Then he's fucked up for that.
Yeah,
right.
Then he's fucked up for that.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. He was convicted, so we can say we know the difference between alleged and convicted. And some people was jumping on the bandwagon and try to get clout. But the ones that they found the evidence and they convicted him of, those happened, and he's fucked up for that.
Yeah, but
but to answer the question, the TV show, was Cosby like the main writer or something on that show, or was he just the
executive producer?
Well, EP, but you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like an autobiographical show.
I mean, NBC was the production company, but it was his show. He controlled, like it was on it. He controlled.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't exactly autobiographical. He wasn't married to Claire. He didn't have that many kids. Like
yeah, he had 5 kids.
No, it wasn't based off him at all. This was Cliff Huxtable. This was made up character.
I was gonna say Cliff was what, a lawyer, doctor.
He's a doctor. Claire
was a lawyer. Clearly, Bill was an actor. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't exactly We know what music is. Music comes from the artist, and it's usually art imitates life, and music closer than in TV and movies. So. Unless the movie is
but I can still watch the Cosby's. Yeah, I fuck with Cliff. I don't fuck with Cosby.
And Claire's one of my all times.
You think they should change the title to the Claire Huxtable show instead of the Cosby show?
I mean, they could. No. I guess if they want to. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they did. But
you think he's still making money off of it?
Absolutely.
Oh God, yeah.
His name's attached to that.
That's his show. He has rights. Yeah, that's
in jail.
Pass it on to
his estate.
Yeah, yes. So I guess since we talk about older black greats, if you will, Oprah this week took a little tumble.
When we fall down, we get up.
It for yourself. Wellness to me means all things in balance, and balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times. Oh.
She didn't get up.
I mean, I'm sure she got up at some point.
She did the rest of the show.
She didn't trust the ankles.
Oh man,
her ankles they failed her.
But the wild part, I'll let you get this up because you pointed out to me. What was she talking about?
Oh, the balance part. Like how are you discussing balance and things of that nature just for you to be off? Like I wonder how much of her balance was off. Was it just in her ankles? Was it also her pH? Like, what other things possibly could have been off as far as balance goes for her? I just think it's how ironic to talk about how important it is to have a balanced lifestyle, et cetera, just for you to ultimately take a little stumble
in the middle of saying that.
And she blamed the shoes, but away from that though, when I first seen it, I wasn't like the crowd was laughing like in the middle of the whole stumble. I wasn't laughing. I don't think it's funny when people fall, especially older people. Because I don't want to see her hurt.
Yeah, no.
Regardless of my views
on her attacks on hip hop.
Yeah, whether I don't agree with the shit she's been saying about certain individuals, specifically black individuals, or even hip hop. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see her hurt. Mm-hmm. That wasn't cool. I'm like nah.
You knew she was okay.
Say it again?
Yeah. I kind of giggled. Okay. I kind of giggled just because it was just like somebody like if I fell, I'm sure if I fell right now, y'all would fucking laugh. But if I was hurt,
it's also the way she felt. Like she was like, whoa. like she was like, it was like a process to it. But it wasn't just right off the bat funny to me. And I was hoping she was good.
Yeah, my first reaction was, oh shit, she fucking fell, and then I ran it back. Remember when Kev Hart was talking about his dad falling and how slow he fell?
Yeah, that's kind of similar to that.
Kicked the stool off from him, like, hurry up and fall. You're stretching it out.
Yeah, bro, it was very similar to that shit.
Yeah, she, somebody on Twitter said Kobe pushed her.
That shit was funny.
Another one I saw was 50 Cent said Michael Jackson tripped her.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I would have 50 stole it, kind of
played off the other one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of.
I don't know. 50 be funny on his own.
He was jacked a little bit.
What is that? Biting?
Yeah, I forgot pretty cow shit.
Swagger jacking?
It was something else. But similar to swagger jacking. But it was before he had flipped his own, which I can't think of it right now.
40.
Speaking of 40, you know he coming back to battle rap.
I thought I heard what league though.
He's on RB and he's battling a fucking beast. I don't think he should have took this fight.
Who was it?
Ill Will.
Yeah, that's heavy.
I don't think he should have took this fight. And on top of that, Ill wasn't even the first art. They didn't say the first person he had, but he was bigger than Ill. And then it was like 2 people that was bigger than Ill before it fell on Ill. But man,
yeah, these rappers coming in, and I'm not saying 40 can't do it because we know what his pedigree is, but you coming in unseasoned. Not that you're not a veteran, but you ain't been doing this every day. Ill's been doing this shit every day.
It's different.
It's a whole lot
When
different.
40 was doing this shit, it was at the Fight Club. They had 30-second rounds.
It wasn't even styled like this.
Like, it was way different. They didn't come with like angles
You talking about crowd reaction and lights,
and props,
antics, and all kind of.
when him and one of his biggest fights, Sam Scarfo, when they was going at it, it wasn't like this.
Yeah, no.
And I don't know 40. You
Hell, imagine you talking about Fight Club. Remember one of the biggest Fight Club battles was Arsenal and Hollow. That was a tough ass battle. Imagine themselves battling themselves from then.
They would destroy them.
Tear themselves the fucking apart.
Yeah, they grew with the game. It's way different.
Yeah,
you couldn't even touch each other back then.
Yeah, they had the pool table in between.
Like it was just.
And now you could walk all around people and.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going fair for 40.
The biggest thing too is the crowd. The crowd affects a lot of people in different ways when the crowd is interacting with you. For instance, like I just watched a Jackboy Maine versus John battle, and the crowd was just fucking with Jack. Like he totally lost the crowd, and now you're dealing with boos and interruptions and the crowd. Even when sometimes when you're getting off and you killing it, the crowd could be a what's it called, a rhythm breaker. They can break your rhythm. So I'm interested to see what 40 can do, but
I'm definitely locked in.
Stop coming back taking these major battles first.
But 40 think he can do it. One of my favorite 40 lines was when he said, "You think I'm spelling Iverson when the beef all done? Because you'll be on IV in the ER, son." That shit was hard, but it was hard back then.
Yeah, that's kind
of today, that shit ain't flying.
Yeah, he tried to spell that on the stage.
They ain't flying today.
Who was the 2 that we saw come back? We saw obviously Cassidy.
Yeah.
We saw Reed Dollar. Who else?
Well, Reed is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Reed kind of picked it up after that first one. I'm talking about his first one back.
Cannabis didn't fare well.
I didn't see Cannabis come back.
Cannabis, he pulled out his whole fucking notepad. It was horrible.
And Ness.
Who?
Ness.
Nah, Ness still. I love Ness. He's like, Ness told these niggas he gonna fry their ass till he's 50 years old, and I hope he keep doing it. I want Ness to stay.
They beat his ass a few years ago.
Ness lose often, but Ness is still picking up. But Ness don't be just getting his ass kicked all the time.
Yeah, there should be fights. Also, DNA was at the height of his shit.
They also didn't battle. The crowd was biased as fuck, and they did a rematch. You ain't see the rematch?
Yeah, because it was New York Philly.
Oh, they battled again?
They did it again in Philly, and it didn't go like the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So did he lose again?
It's up there.
But let me ask y'all real quick, dog. Do y'all respect, like Steve just said, he's still battling even though he getting the L's left and right?
He's not. You're talking about Ines. I'm not gonna let you do this.
He tried to slide it in there. I would say this.
No. But listen, check this out. Would you still respect the OG for coming in the game, picking up the checks? Like, nigga, I'm out here. I don't give a fuck if I'm losing, or he needs to have some victory.
No, as a fan, I don't give a fuck about the respect you get in checks. Whatever you do with your money, do with your money. But I like battle rap, and I want to see niggas really be good at it.
Respect our culture, bro. You come in here, you rap. You come in, don't come in to collect the check.
Yeah, fuck your checks. I don't care.
Cassidy is stealing money right now.
I disagree.
No, Cassidy.
I think Cass is rapping.
He's been competitive.
No. In the sense of, like, remember how what's your man name? The nigga I'm trying to write my rhymes, man. Cannabis. He puts out the notepad.
Oh, and I say, yeah.
But Cannabis was still in '96, thinking he only hit the radio station, nobody could see him. we see.
I think you might be biased. I might look at battle raps a little bit different. Like, I'm not sure how much of a fan you are, but the crowd don't sway me.
Yeah.
No, it's not that because
Cass was rapping versus arts.
Well, here, let me flip through a question to ask you. Not to shit on your question, but I'm gonna add to your question.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a battle rapper who is taking a string of losses, but they're competitive losses, how do you feel about them? And so, like,
that's fine as Jack Boy.
There's somebody like a Jack Boy. There's a few that were like that, where you see them fighting every round, and sometimes things get 3-0, but it's 3-0 in the form of, like, you know, the judges scored the card and it was 9-10 this way.
Jack has become one of my favorite newer rappers. Has become the league's punching bag.
Definitely.
And so he's taking these string of L's, but yet he's still talented.
I actually respect those guys that ain't on the win streak and they still taking all the battles that they can. They getting the million views or whatever the numbers is, because everything ain't about, I wouldn't say everything ain't about winning, but everything ain't about winning in a league that don't actually judge battles.
Yeah, they leave it up to the fans.
Yeah, and a lot of times the fans will just, pick whatever they pick, but I don't know, I'm just curious because dude was asking about getting the check versus losing, and that's some competitive losers, and they just that's just what they do.
That's classics, and just is what it is.
Shouts to all them. I don't even know. We was talking about 40 getting into the battle.
Yeah, coming off the Oprah shit.
Well, let's stay on the topic of battles. What about motherfuckers battling this coronavirus? Just keep doing like the week segments.
Man, as far as that corona shit go, I don't know, man. I just I recommend just sticking to the Bud Lights and Heinekens that you're used to. You know what I'm saying? Don't go venturing off to the corona side. You don't need your shit with a little lime, little freaky, leave the lime out. Just don't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Coronas out here attacking people and shit. And Coronas, the thing about that, they held down Mexicans for such a long time. I'm sure they feel attacked. Then again, I don't think one Mexican has had a coronavirus, so maybe they don't feel attacked. Maybe that's the retaliation for Trump building the wall for it finally getting here. I don't know.
It's the payback.
You would have to ask one of them. I don't know. But I don't know. What do you think about the coronavirus?
I think it's wild.
Stick to Heineken? You sticking to Heinekens?
I don't drink beer, but yeah, if I had to choose a beer, it wouldn't be Corona.
Strictly because of virus sake.
Yeah, the virus shit is wild. I don't know what's gonna air first, but Guru references last session. Wash your fucking hands, man. Like, if this ain't the time for hygiene, stop letting your dogs look you in the face. Stop doing wild shit.
That's how the coronavirus started.
I ain't saying that's I'm just saying stop doing wild shit.
With a dog lick face.
Just be safe. Wash your fucking hands.
Basically, what Mike is saying, white people.
I didn't say that.
Stop letting your dogs lick you in the face.
I didn't say that.
Wash your hands.
Whoever's doing it.
Stop letting them sleep in your bed.
I don't know if washing your hands. Like, first and foremost, yes, please wash your hands. Do that.
Washing your hands may not 100% help, but
I believe it
spreads like a common cold. So the first defense is clean hygiene.
And I believe it lives for 24 hours outside the body. Like meaning like someone sneezed on the table, some shit. You 24 hours.
Also, use your disinfectants. Get your Clorox wipes and your Lysols. My house got all that shit. Had it before the coronavirus. So
teenagers bathe with soap.
Your house can have it, but do the outdoors have it? Like, you gonna catch that shit outside.
But
you gotta walk outside with a condom on your body.
A body condom?
A body condom.
Damn, wow.
What, they make body condoms?
That's what niggas do with extra space in their magnums.
Stretch over your body. Stretch over your body.
No, but this shit can kill people, and it can become an epidemic. Right now, I think it's a pandemic, or on the way to pandemic status.
Trump said it was the Democrats causing distraction.
Shit that idiot
That's
said.
what your man said, though.
Listen to the fucking CDC and the World Health Organization. At this point, just do what you can to stay clean. I'm getting emails from the schools about it and all kind of shit. Like Steve said, just stick to the Heinekens and whatever the fuck Steve said.
No, but the case happened. You said it was Washington.
Yeah, Washington State. A woman died, but she was.
But you said CDC. You said like go to see it in DC.
No.
Oh, what you talking about?
The Center for Disease Control.
Oh, I thought you were talking about go to DC to see it live or something.
No.
Oh.
The DC shit just connected something in my head that had nothing to do with coronavirus. But the lady who died in Washington State, from what I understand, she was ailing in health already anyway. So
like she might have had his.
She had something, and then this finished her off, for lack of a better way to say that. From what I understand, if you're pretty much
finish her.
I try to keep a straight face, but I try to keep a straight face. But if you're good with your health and you stay up on your hygiene.
Yeah, I think it's like older people are like falling victims.
The very young and the very old, anybody who's ailing in health are target victims. But the shit can spread super fast. It can get bad quick while we playing. But see, just go on CNN, see what's subjective out there. Don't listen to fucking Trump. Because in the midst of him saying that it was a hoax, that's when the lady died. Just to tell you how far off from reality this motherfucker is. Does some audio dropping in and out to you?
No, my shit's regular to me.
Weird. It's like, it's not shown on the screen, but it sounds like it is. I just want to talk about that real quick. I will say my dad is at full, like, the world's ending level with this shit. Like, he's like buying extra water and all kind of crazy shit. He'll probably be the only one who survived the shit.
Old school black people, especially ones that are raised in the church. My mom, when I talked about, she goes, "Oh, it's the end of time.
It's the end of days.
It's the end of time."
I think people always rushing out to buy water bottles like we don't got water right there on the sink. Like dead ass serious. Like come on, like well, what the fuck is that? Like literally, the sink is right there, and we people rushing out to like, oh shit, ain't no fucking water. As I cut on my fucking faucet, like, oh yeah.
Got you, motherfuckers.
Like, bet. No, it may not be the most filtered and shit, but let's keep it a buck. Like, nigga, I used to drink water out of
Wait, you playing though, right? You know the water will stop running if ain't nobody at the water department keeping it running.
Nah,
it's not about it running. It's about your water is there is sewage water and the water we drink. And they maintain that shit. And if nobody's there manning it and shit goes down,
I'm talking honest, but all right. Clearly, I'm joking, but even before they get to that point, like when niggas you really going out to buy water, like when you really just can't find it, and before it gets before that happens, like literally before that happens,
fill up your bathtub.
That type of thing that people seem to forget about the whole tap water is right there.
Yeah, 20 ounces of bottled water ain't gonna fucking help you.
It's like you got a 12 pack.
One of the biggest ones they tell you in a hurricane though is that if you believe you're gonna have loss of water, to diluted bleach solution, clean out your bathtub, and then fill it up with water.
Yeah, I'm not.
That way you got clean water in there. Where you want to go from here? We got none of these topics even tie in together. This is one of those weeks where
we'll just wing shit.
Or shit.
What's been shaking, bro? Like fuck it. You got week goals?
Do I have what goals?
Week.
Oh, this week. I don't do goals on a weekly basis, but after the meeting last week with Shit Division Media, shout out to the team. We got a few things we got to research and implement.
What do you think about our color scheme?
That I'm looking forward to.
I know our color shit is like red, black, and white.
For the poor.
Right.
Are y'all bloods?
Red is my favorite color. It's always been. I like the red and black combo. What you think?
I think it's clean. We probably could switch up. I guess that's the main color, right? We could probably switch up to anything though.
Like alternate colors?
Yeah. Like why the fuck not? Like shit. Like for instance, my favorite color is like yellow, royal blue, and black.
Okay. I'll hit up. If for those who don't remember, our logo was done by Purple Hipster. One of our homies, Keena, shout out to her. I can see if she'll give us some alternate colors on love.
That should be hard.
She do graphic design, so y'all hit her up for that shit if y'all need that. Or hit up, what's your cousin? Guru?
Oh, One Borough.
One Borough did Guru shit, and
the next nigga up out of New York City.
Calm down, bro.
The next nigga's coming.
I asked for a shout out, not a whole fucking commercial. This nigga on QVC infomercial status. But what you said, Royal Blue and just tell me
we'll discuss that.
No, I'm looking forward to the growth that we doing. For those who don't see, y'all see us now as one. Claude been killing it with the studio, new table in this bitch. We got cameras, lights for my black ass. This shit's dope. Shout out to Claude for the whole stage design and everything else that we gonna try to implement as
100.
Hey. Like back in the day, I know you're in a relationship shit now. Hey, like real shit. You ever DM? You ever shot bitches DMs? You ever shot? See, I got a problem with shooting shit in DM. But the thing is, like, what if, like, is it weird? Is it weird if you like not seek out, but you kind of found someone that looked extremely similar to someone you used to deal with, and it ain't quite work out, but she bad? Like, oh shit, I'm strictly only fucking with you only because you look like old girl.
I say shouts to you for being innovative. That's dope.
So it's like I need to reinvent the old shit, but you're the new.
So you want something like Usher, like you remind me of.
You remind me of old girl. So you the new chick because you remind me of the old chick. So we need to make some new shit.
I like you. Like I said, you remember the Dave Chappelle where it was like the Black History innovators. They should do a segment on you for this.
Like dead ass though, right? So yeah. So we got. Hopefully this shit paying out.
Is it working out?
So far, I got called handsome.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, the old chick thought the same thing.
Make sure you ask the girl about this color scheme.
Do what?
Ask her about the color scheme.
No, I ain't talking to her about no podcast.
What color scheme?
I'm trying to pod her ass.
I'm just trying. Because I ain't all. It's not even.
No, I didn't mean anything
together.
No, they mean anything.
You trying to pot her ass.
Hey, you ever potted someone's ass?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. We'll make up something. That's why it's funny. It's nothing.
Niggas, I got problems with y'all, bro. Like, let's get to it right now, bro.
What should be, Guru?
I'm gonna keep it real. Claude, can I keep it real?
Always.
No, you're gonna keep it 50% real.
Niggas ain't really doing what they're supposed to do.
What are you talking about? The fuck? What does that mean?
That's the most generic shit I ever.
Niggas ain't doing what they supposed to do.
I got real beef for y'all, so my beef is my beef.
Nah, what you mean though?
Man, niggas be outside.
You took your time out to interrupt the show. What the fuck you mean?
I said that on my last show that I was gonna be around.
Oh, that's what this is?
Yeah. No.
Nobody will ever hear that.
No, seriously, like what you mean? Like niggas ain't what they supposed to do.
I mean in the sense of why the fuck is my favorite podcast bigger than what it is? I just want to know, like, what are we not doing?
Oh, it ain't what we not doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't the masses getting this great content? That's what I'm trying to.
They will eventually. You gotta stay consistent. Like work. This is what we're doing now.
I think it begins like when you get interrupted on air weekly. It's you gotta fight through the nonsense. It's just tough, right, Steve?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little difficult.
Maybe we should cut some dead weight and then we can fly. We can fly like we need. No, in all seriousness, one thing I think Steve was saying it before we press record, or if he didn't, people take this podcast shit. Actually, people take a lot of shit for granted about what hard work goes into something before somebody get on. All your favorite artists, all your favorite sports people, all your favorite podcasters, all your celebs, everybody put in work from the jump. If you're looking at like say Simone Biles, a gold medalist. Clearly, gold medalist is a lofty title, but we wasn't there when she was 12 and busting her toes up when she was breaking her arm and shit. We wasn't there when, like what they said with Kobe, that you when we shooting in the gym.
Yeah, you getting a finished product when you're dealing with these people.
Yeah.
Everybody not built for this shit.
This shit requires waking up early, even though you make it late to the session. This shit requires late nights editing. And putting, I know you know because you do it with us and you do it too for your own show.
People think they built for certain shit, and honestly, everybody not built for it.
Not at all.
You think you could do something just because it shit look easy?
Yeah.
Shit look a lot easier than what it is.
Consistency is tough.
I'm not going to interrupt no more the rest of the show, but
you can interrupt me.
I just said that because I told y'all this a few years ago. Like y'all are one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. And I was listening to the shit before I even came on the team.
Oh, you dick right now. Go ahead.
Look at him. How was it the worst form of transportation?
Keep dick right. Boy, you getting nowhere fast dick right. That's the worst form of transportation.
What you want from us? This nigga wants something.
Nah, go ahead. What's up, though? Go ahead.
Nah, I just feel like, man, like, y'all my favorite show, bro. And it's that's why I stay around in the session after because I can haul ass, but I like the vibe that I get when I'm here when y'all recording. So I feel like niggas they sleep on the pork belt, bro. Like, y'all missing real game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny, it's thought-provoking.
Mike, I think about it this way, Guru, and everybody in the room. Think about like shows like Family Guy. You know, it got canceled. How did it come back? The fans brought it back. And it's just a matter of...
It should have been canceled like 3 times. And
came back a bunch of times, right? And it's just, you kind of gotta get it's consistency and just keep
look at it.
You know, we're not gonna stop, right?
Look at it, bro. Check me out. A lot's changed in a few years that we known each other anyway, dealing with this podcast shit. Dog, we literally just right now got visual. We just that shit just started. We just switched a new spot. We like a lot of new changes. Like shit is building. Shit's happening.
Steve's pretty face, you know.
Get your man, bro.
Yeah, so
how much you pay him for this?
I just want to show hate. I don't want to show love. That was the love part. Now I'm finna hate on you.
Yeah, go do your thing. That's why I'm here for. That's why I came.
Honestly, we thrive on the hate.
Yeah, I
so the more people sleep on us, the more
hate. We all hung over and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
I need the hate.
Nah, I honestly don't have no hate.
Remember the Kobe commercial where everybody was booing him and he's thriving on that shit?
Nah.
Terrible. I'm not even gonna tell you about it.
No, but a lot's changed. Everything's about, with me anyway, and how I live my life. And also, everything's about progression. Like, these are small stepping stones to eventually get you to the top where you need to be.
Don't start talking about balance and fall.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to the OG Oprah.
Shout out to Oprah. Shoot.
Watch that stool I did. I kind of saw it.
Yeah, please don't do that to me, dog. You can't be fat and fall, man. That shit is over for you. You become Chris Farley after that. Don't do me wrong.
You died of cocaine on though?
Nah, but
it's a downhill battle. When you bring a chair, then it's over. It's a rizzy.
Yeah, but a lot of growth has happened. So, and I'm pleased with the progress in a new direction that we're headed in, and our aim. And we definitely have a lot of goals set. And all we do is work toward them and achieve them. And the rest gonna happen.
Yeah, when we put in the hard work, the results will follow. And we've been consistent. We've been working hard. And
I'll give y'all that.
It'll come.
Without a doubt, without a shadow of doubt. How you felt about what his name is Wilder? He coming back and
Deontay.
and he's gonna fight old boy again in a couple months. He said.
I'm not big into boxing, but from what I understand, they need time to heal and all of that and get back to where they. Is it too quick?
I don't think it's too quick. I do think
3 months. I mean, it wasn't a super long fight, but let me ask you this: do you buy into the excuse that his ring entry attire zapped his legs?
I do.
So then,
I think it's a collective of a lot of things.
Do you think he'll do better in a rematch?
I think it's a collective of a lot of things. But the first time they fought, it's not like he completely obliterated dude last time. Like, it was pretty even.
Did you win by decision?
Well, I believe when it's this, it definitely went to decision. Mm-hmm. And I believe, like, whoever the champ is, when it comes to decision,
in order to
if it's a tie, you still keep the champ still keep the shit.
If it's a draw, the belt goes to.
And I also do believe, like, if your eardrum is bust, that's literally equilibrium. Like, you have no balance. So how can you really fight that? It's impossible.
This theme of balance keeps coming back.
It's completely impossible.
They said he busts his eardrum. I mean, you boxing with anybody who ever had an ear infection or equilibrium been off, no, how the fuck you standing up, much less taking punches while you standing up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it will be a better fight. I mean, I'm here for it. I would like to see him win, and you know what I'm saying, and come back.
Driving
process. I think
is that a black thing, or are you just a fan of it? I hear a lot of people. I hear a lot of people solely supporting because he's black.
Nah.
I was asking you which is it.
I'm a fan of Wilder. I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but I'm a fan of good fighters, especially when you're winning. When you're winning. I love. Wait. Let me get off real quick. Right. I love. I'm a big UFC fan. Now that's my shit. But as far as boxing goes, you got to be exciting. It's more for me when it comes to boxers. You got to be exciting. You got to be funny. Like, for instance, like, I love AB, but you can't be AB and keep losing. No. You can't talk shit and lose.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
It's funny to be cocky when you're winning, but you can't be talking shit and keep losing, bro. It doesn't make sense. You're looking bad out here in these streets. So AB is still one of my most favorite entertainers. But at the end of the day, you're losing. Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta win. You can't talk shit and lose. That doesn't work. So Wilder's gonna be this dude, claim king and claim like he's higher than thou. It's cool. But you gotta win if you're talking that way. Yeah. You gotta win. There's no way you can lose and still talk that way. It's impossible. You're looking crazy.
Totally fact.
So do I support him just because he's black? Yeah. Or do I support him because I also like him too? Yeah.
That's a long way to get back to yes.
No, but that's not the only reason though. But I'm talking like, but also,
but you know the people I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know the people.
I don't even watch boxing, but he's black, so he should win. I don't even know what the other dude do.
But he's also the other dude. Fear. Mm-hmm. I never heard of him prior to Wilder though. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I'm not a boxing fan. Yeah. But after seeing him work and I became aware of him, I actually like him as a fighter. But if I gotta pick one or the other, I'm gonna go with Wilder.
Ty goes to the blacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wilder. But I don't got nothing against Fury at all. Like, he can reign champ, cool. But if you wanna fight Wilder again for the title, then I'm gonna go with the former champ. Well, what you finna say?
I was gonna ask you. I gotta throw in a deeper conversation on the
deep topical CP34.
Because y'all mentioned about him. Did you like him because he's black? And I just kind of gotta ask. Do you think that because I know I'm a history guy. My degree's in sociology. I love history, all that stuff. But back in the day, boxing was the only thing where a black dude could beat the shit out of a white dude and not get the ass, not get killed.
Yeah.
So that whole like great white, great black hype type thing, like the hope between the different races, that's something that I think is like that is real.
That's still today.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. I just want to make sure if you think that's
1,000% true. That's 1,000% facts.
I'll even add to it and take it beyond black. It ain't just us. The Irish stick with theirs. The British stick with theirs. The Germans stick with theirs. Everybody.
All white. But okay.
Well, they're not like traditional American whites, but a lot of them immigrated over here and lived in poor circumstances too. So you talk about coming up in a sport where immigrants and minorities and the less than, if you will, could shine and thrive, show how tough we are, how the grittiness of being less than can get you to the top of your fighting shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna root for yours like they root for theirs. Like, ask.
You think that's how? I'm just trying to understand. You think that in 2020, we progressive nation, we trying to progress to utopia eventually type deal. You think that that's...
Wait, are we? I thought they were trying to make America great again.
Trying. But
that's what they doing. I don't know.
Do you think that type of... Because sports is how we as Americans, at least, or we as people, that's how... There's a lot of sociological, racial things in sports, you know? Because you can think about that. Oh, yeah, the Germans like the German guy, the Irish like the Irish guy, the blacks like the black guy. You think that that's halting progress? Because if you really think about that, though, we don't do that in any other sport. Football, it don't matter if you... Football players are majority black. It's a team.
But that's because you're a team versus like if I'm a fighter, I'm one individual fighter. So if I'm black, you're probably going to vote for me because I'm only holding down myself. But if I'm on a team like you say football, it could be an Asian guy is my blocker, a white guy's my quarterback, an Indian guy is
He's a kicker.
You know what I'm saying? So as a team collectively, so you going for the whole team. You can't be like, oh, I'm only going for the quarterback, but I hope the running back fumbles because he's black. You know what I'm saying? You need your whole team to come through.
Scenario.
You know what I'm saying? So
there are racial divides in sports too, though. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, they don't treat the black quarterbacks as athletic specimen, and then the white quarterbacks are brilliant, intelligent.
Yeah, and also when fighters a lot of times when they represent their country, when you walk in that ring or that cage, if you're a cage fighter with their flag, literally their flag over their body. For their clothes, like it's kind of hard to go against that shit. Yeah. Like McGregor supporters and shit. Yeah, McGregor clearly is a fire-ass fighter. He's amazing.
But there's a lot of people that supported McGregor solely when he was having that fight with
him. But when they hear in America, this is my issue though. If America's going to try to bond and build with Americans, why the fuck are all Americans should be going for Wilder? Because he's American. Whereas Fury isn't. He's something else. Was he like Dutch or some other shit?
That's my ultimate point. What you're saying, right?
We know what that is, though.
I think
everybody should have went for Mayweather. I think same thing because McGregor is Irish.
Yeah, exactly. So if you vote for McGregor and you're an American or Irish American, I think you should go back to your country.
We know what that is. It's all about country. Everybody's with the American flags until we start trying to make blacks equal in it, and then it's make America great again. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What can we do?
But I think that goes all the way back in the day. The only way a black man could actually beat the shit out of a white dude was in boxing. And not get his ass kicked was in boxing. And I think that carnalness, that raw, visceral part of our society still exists in boxing. Not so much in UFC, but definitely in boxing.
I agree.
I fully agree. A lot of individual sports have, like Steve said, you're standing out there by yourself and you represent what you represent. Serena Williams is an American, but she's Black American, and she's excelling. Her and her sister, they excel in that sport, and we see that, and we love that. Tiger Woods and golf and whatever other individual sports there are. When you stand by yourself, it's different than the team sports. Basketball is basketball. The Lakers have black and white people. I'm rooting for the Lakers. Shout out to Alex Caruso.
That's why I love a white girl that give good neck, and at the end of it, when she ain't afraid to stand in front of that bus.
Yeah, shouts to the Beckys.
Yeah, like they wanted Rosa Parks to do, but she stood in front of the bus.
I have to give some neck.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know where we go from there.
We're talking about Rosa Parks last episode. Is she in your brain?
Black History Month just ended this March 1st.
Yeah, we had an extra day this year.
You know what I'm saying?
What'd you do with your extra day?
Drink.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? I regretted it a little this morning when I woke up. Yeah, y'all got a certain parking spot when y'all got a preferred parking spot around your location?
I park right by my window, but
I got a preferred parking spot, and when I walked out to my car today, I parked somewhere else, and like I was like, oh shit! Like for a quick minute, I was thinking my car might have got stole.
Oh no, they got me.
Did for real, like the gingerbread man?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Sound like the gingerbread man.
That's that popcorn. That dude.
Sound like the gingerbread man.
I don't know where you're going with this, but you got it.
No, my thing is like, have you ever parked somewhere like if you got a preferred parking spot, you might have a little bit of drink, too much to drink.
I know the feeling you talk about, but the time it happened to me, my shit actually got towed that time. Remember in Ybor? We was walking back to the car, we bent that corner, my shit went there.
Yeah. We was looking around, there's broken glass around too.
Oh man, that shit was devastating. The parking in the wrong spot, I'm pretty good when I'm drunk. I usually know what I did the night before.
Damn, I still old girl like $40-something when I think about it. Alright. I just want to see a homegirl, right?
I want to wait to hear this.
Yeah, like I'm sure I told you before because my car got towed. Anyway, I backed into a spot. First of all, I asked her, "Can I park anywhere?" She was like, "Yeah, you can park anywhere."
Why you go her?
I'm finna get there. So I parked. You know what I'm saying? I went up. We hung out. We, you know what I'm saying? Did a 1-2 thing. The ill shit is, I remember while we was chilling, I literally seen a tow truck taking my shit. But I didn't realize they was taking my shit, and also because they kept their lights off. You know what I'm saying? I just seen
they sneaky with the shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't register. It didn't register in my head like this is my shit. You know what I'm saying?
And then getting somebody.
It wasn't even like that. Like I just noticed it was just there like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, why the fuck did I happen to back into the one and only spot covered by bushes? There's a sign that says no parking in that one spot. You know what I'm saying? That's the ill shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like though it was covered by bushes, but I was tight as fuck because she said I could park anywhere, and I literally did that.
It was a combination of
you have to, and they needed, and they did have visible parking. Yeah. And I suppose I parked in the visible parking, but she didn't say it. She said anywhere, so I parked anywhere, which was closer to her
spot. She just moved there or something like that?
No. She's in there. So anyways, so after we realized my shit was towed and not stole, we went and got the shit. Rent was just due, so I was like short like $40-something, so she spotted me. You know what I'm saying? And I had all intention on paying back, but then I got upset after the fact. Like, wait a minute. The only reason my shit towed is because you told me to park it. If anything, we should have went half if you ain't pay all of it. If anything at all. Man, she ain't get that $40 back.
See, you said 40. You know the recent internet trend.
Oh, 40 for some pussy?
Yeah, so you said that. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
Like, damn, I still owe Shorty 40.
I should find her online. I should just shoot her that 40-something just to make her whole.
Shoot 39. See what she say.
It was more than it was like 40-something. It was like 40 after that.
You already short.
I'm glad that she held me down.
Your car was towed. It was only $40-something.
No.
I was short.
I was short. Yeah, I was short with the cash. Like I didn't have that last bit. Like I'm young, rent was just due. I ain't have it, bro. Single dad. Like what more do you want from me? Like you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing the best I can do.
We laughing at this, but I feel that shit to the core, dog.
What's on?
The paying bills and child support on your ass, and every time we're making it a joke, but sometimes we really be going through this shit. Niggas didn't give a fuck. I was 22.
Like the meme where the dude looking out at the water, just standing like this, like contemplating his life. Like, me contemplating my life.
That child support don't give a fuck about what you got.
I believe last I seen she was married. I don't know nothing about her past that. I should hit her, respectfully, because I don't give a fuck about any of that. Hit her, like, hey, don't I owe you some bread? And see if she want it. And I give it to her. And like, hey, look, we made whole. We're good. Continue life. That's it.
All right, let's refresh our drinks and come back on the other side after this break. Let's pour off. Don't sit down. I'm referencing.
In California, they just passed a bill making it illegal to discriminate based on natural hair.
I think that's great, man. Because they attacking our sisters is what they doing.
I wish I had one of those like pop.
That means they can't.
Oh, yeah, Dre, yeah, all that too. Yeah, I agree. It's not just sisters, but yeah, it's just crazy that it was even a thing in the first place.
Starting there, it's a damn shame that it has to be law that we wear our natural hair, which sounds super ironic coming from us. But speaking on behalf of our people,
we gotta keep the sting out of his joke.
Oh yeah.
Gotta keep the sting out of
his joke. But in all seriousness, I appreciate the law. Shouts to Cali for being progressive in that sense, and they've been a progressive state for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Not progressive. What's the word?
They're a blue state.
Yeah, they're a blue state. They've been for a while. We know Cali. We know how they do over there. I don't know if that'll fly here, Florida.
No. I mean, if we get out and vote, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good segue.
Like, if we get out and vote, you know. Oh, by the way, good. Thank you for reminding me. March 17th, state of Florida. Let's get out and vote.
We definitely gotta vote March 17th.
Y'all got 2 weeks and 3 days. Get your shit together.
Are y'all registered?
I'm registered. I stay registered.
All right, I know, like as far as on the offender list, but I'm talking about for your car.
I stay a registered voter.
On both ways.
I stay a registered voter.
Both ways. All right, cool. So
for the record, I'm not.
Are you sure? Cause I thought I said your name. I was like, oh, this nigga's a wild boy.
I got a clean record, baby.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
All right, just check it, man.
My chick was older than me when I was turning 18.
I don't know, man.
She was.
I don't know. You kind of got the eyebrows.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of got the eyebrows that you keep trying to be.
We distracted.
You keep trying to keep the eyebrows covered by the brim.
Don't let Steve distract you from the fact that y'all need to get your asses out and vote. And if you ain't registered, I don't want to hear no opinions about why you don't vote or whatever the fuck. Pick somebody, motherfucker. Even if it ain't my guy, your guy, gal, or whatever.
Who we voting for though?
Man, I gotta do my Googles.
Why I'm voting for?
It's super loaded. People are still dropping out.
Where I'm taking my vote to?
I mean, right now there's like 4 or 5 big ones. There's Joe Biden, we know, Obama's second guy.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Let's do an election special and just do like a quick, like, this is what this person's about kind of thing ahead of the Democratic.
We do it next week if you want.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, which Biden we gonna vote for?
What other Biden is it?
Another Biden?
He's the one that said there's another Biden. He said vote for him or the other Biden. In his last, he was talking about another Biden. I don't know which one he was talking about. Yeah, Joe was saying that shit.
Joe be wild.
There's definitely 2 Bidens.
I mean, how old? I mean, Joe's old. He up there, 70-something years old.
We gotta find that clip, man.
So it's Bernie. You got Joe, Bernie. You got
Buttigieg.
What's the lady's name?
Klobuchar.
Oh, the white lady.
Klobuchar. Oh, Warren.
There's
2 white ladies.
Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren.
You'd rather spend a weekend with Joe Dirt or a weekend at Bernie's? Which one?
I reckon Bernie's. Bernie's was
on the beach. They on the beach drinking, trying to keep a dead.
But you gotta walk around with a dead motherfucker,
right?
Nah, just keep headphones on his head. Just keep him rocking. The music keeps.
That was Weekend at Bernie's too. The first one though,
he was just music.
Because remember the Jamaican lady put a hex on him.
Yeah.
And so he danced whenever he played the music. That's why he got the Bernie dance. The first one though, he was just a dead body that was just going around.
So that was a fire ass movie. I gotta run that back. Hey, speaking of old movies, hey, you seen Candyman?
Yeah, back in the day. I didn't see the trailer for the new one, but I've been seeing the hype.
Are you gonna go see it?
I do believe so. I support Jordan Peele and all his endeavors, even though I don't like horror movies. He does it tastefully, and I'm with it. Yeah,
I'm definitely seeing Candyman.
I'm in. Did he do a Say My Name flip on the trailer?
Yep.
But no, I ain't gonna let him get that off. Tory did
it first. You put me on.
Tory the first to Say My Name flip. But yeah, they definitely got that on in the trailer, and that shit was fire. He's good at that. He's good so far. I'll say he's 2 for 2 so far. He did the
3 for. Yeah, he's 2 for 2 so far.
I'm talking about with the song in there. Like last one was 5 on it. It's nice and slow, sound kind of creepy. He did his thing. Now he got to Say My Name flip.
Y'all ever do the Candyman in the?
Never will, never. No.
You ever go to the bathroom and turn off the lights and look in the glass?
Hell no.
No. You ain't never do that.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Would you do it now?
Why not? I'll fuck Candyman ass up.
I'm cool.
Real Candy be dropping out that nigga. Pinata the shit out of him. Yeah, real Candy. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Candyman can't fuck with black people too.
Nah, not at all, man. I'm excited to see how because usually he has like some type of deeper meaning.
Yeah, so social commentary message.
At least the last 2. You know what I'm saying? So far,
it's Jordan. I think at this point we can say with confidence that should be the case.
Do you believe? All right. Well, this kind of sparks another conversation I had with my homie the other day about being pro-black. Because a lot of people feel you can't be pro-black if you don't have a black woman in your corner. And Jordan doesn't. But
I don't know. Why do they feel that way?
I don't know. That's how they feel.
But do you feel that?
No, hell no. Because what if you do? Because
it's a weird stand.
Her and I both agreed on the same shit, which was, let's say if you do nothing but support all black businesses, you give back into the community, and you do all this pro-black shit, but you just got a Spanish or Asian or white wife versus someone else, a black couple who does none of that. Yeah. So what makes them pro-black just because the company versus so I completely disagree. Yeah. But that's actually a thing, whether you know it or not. Are you aware?
I've been seeing it on Twitter. Yes, I see it pop up here and there.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like,
I don't subscribe to it not just because my girlfriend's Mexican. I don't subscribe to it because exactly what you said. It's about what you do and your actions. If I'm a mentor, entrepreneur, big brother, something like that.
I was gonna say, what if that white woman or whatever? What if she's just as pro-black? Just as like, God, let's feed back.
You can be pro-black woman, pro-black non-black.
So that's kind of wild to me. But honestly, but real shit, we would get some real pushback. People that really feel like that's where it stops. Like on some real shit, they really feel that way. That's a real thing.
Whoever feels that way, and I don't need them to explain it to me because I'm sure it's gonna come generally in an attacking format. I'll just say this. The messaging and the ideas that he's putting into the what they call the zeitgeist, if you will, is gonna be more effective and influential than a lot of just marrying a black woman. I don't give a fuck what he do with his life. That's him and his life. I'm talking about with his messaging and the things that the ideas that he's kicking.
Yeah.
Us and what they were dealing with, racial and identity and all of that stuff. Get Out with directly racial and the whole, loving black bodies but not wanting to deal with black people kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If he continues this trend and delivering messages in his movies, which even in Keanu, as much as it was a comedy, him and Key and Peele were doing, the comedy comes with a message like all comedy does. Horror comes with the same thing. I'll take his pro-black message while he has his white wife.
Yeah, I don't think nothing wrong with
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
We got to the white though. So Chelsea Peretti.
Yeah, Chelsea Peretti is funny in her own way. Not at all. But she's a good comedian and she was good on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Who is she?
Chelsea Peretti.
I gotta see her. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, looks. We talk about what her talent is. I seen her.
No, I was wondering if she looked good. Like,
I would go on a limb and say, not on a limb. I would just go out and say no.
Right.
She's not highly attractive. But I don't think, some people don't know what it's about. Yeah. How did we get here? Oh, because you said you said you can't be pro-black without a black wife.
No, I didn't say you can't be.
No, people said it.
Oh, yeah.
I said you said. You said that people said.
Yeah.
Who are those people? Who do you think those people are?
It's a general idea of being kicked around. It's like a hashtag on Twitter.
It's not even just that. It's even on Facebook. There's there's Facebook groups like
conversations.
I can give you like a name, like a person, like a.
I'm with you. I've seen it around. I've seen it being shared.
Okay, so it's not a new thing though. There's always been that you're not a real ally, a real advocate if you're not. If you're not 100% black. Remember that? Like I've gotten. You can't be. You can't be a true advocate. You can't be pro-black because you're not even 100% black. Type shit. I've heard that before too. So it's. I don't think it's a new element. I think. It's because there's now Twitter, social media has kind of made it. It's more of a thing. It's a weird
stand to take to say that if the country says any percent black, then you're black. For us to demean you to say just because you're was it 53% black?
I think Norris. Hey, I'm gonna hit Norris real quick. Try to get his live comment because I think he actually believes.
Oh, he subscribes?
No, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna call him real quick. Just see if he pick up. So we call him my man Norris. See what he said real quick. If we can get his opinion.
We go back with this dude to middle school.
Yeah, very long. He's been on a show plenty of times before. So he went. These aren't foreign waters to him.
He always with the shits.
Yeah. His ass probably gonna call him back though. I don't think he's gonna answer.
Well,
yeah, I might kick you to you.
I'll use this as a segue to this point. So I saw on Twitter, since we talked about Twitter. I saw on Twitter, I wish I remember the chick name because she was verified. April or something like that. She put, you know what? I had a tweet. Let me go to it.
Wait, a specific thing about this directly?
It's indirectly related. So she wrote a tweet about Killmonger and how his treatment of women is.
Yeah.
If y'all remember Killmonger from Black Panther, the antagonist in Black Panther. Here's the tweet. It says, now how Killmonger treats every woman in this film with disrespect, with lack of equity. It starts with the woman in the museum, then his girlfriend, even the hey auntie is disrespectful in the tribal council room, and later in the healing room, all intentional. Hashtag Wakanda forever. And the general conversation thereafter was long. I want to say this shit's medium viral. I don't know, 2,000 retweets. What do you think about that? The idea that Killmonger was being disrespectful to women and supposedly, people are celebrating him as I agree with Killmonger.
I think she's taking too far. You got to remember his story. He's been abandoned. Mm-hmm. He was a love child that completely got. Imagine being outed, outcasted just because you were born. You didn't ask for that. Killmonger came with the same energy he was given. Y'all niggas act like I didn't exist. Nah, fuck you. Hey auntie, yeah. What's happening? You goddamn right. I'm hearing that.
Do you know who posted that tweet? I'm curious.
Her name's her handle is @ReignOfApril, and she just goes by April.
Yeah, like this man got treated crazy like his whole life. You know what I'm saying? So he came back with a vengeance.
From the nerd perspective, I'll give my nerd perspective on this is that Killmonger represents the disenfranchised American black male, and T'Challa represents the untouched African king. So obviously, he's gonna be back.
Of course, he's gonna be bitter. He's born from
a little bitter.
He's born from royalty. He was in the projects. He ain't.
But do you see
his whole life was flipped upside down just because his family of kings and queens didn't want him. That's crazy.
Killmonger is literally the disenfranchised, oppressed American male in comic book form. Like think about it. He was born into two kingdoms in Africa, taken away from that.
Facts.
And basically he's been allowed to go through the American political system, socio-economic system, without actually reaping the benefits of his heritage, which is basically the American.
That's completely unfair. Like, I think she's completely out of bounds with trying to say he's disrespectful to women. Nah, he's a product of his environment, and also with being bitter, which a lot of us today, black males, are for whatever reasons, because we've been literally treated that way in a sense. You goddamn right. Hey, auntie. You're not acknowledging me. I know kids right now literally today, I know children right now that aren't acknowledged by their grandparents because their kid had that child outside of
the family line.
Some of the bullshit. Absolutely today, like on real life, right now.
It was wild. I stumbled across it. I was just
I disagree with her strongly.
Somebody else I follow liked it, so it popped up on my list, and I was like, "What's this about?" So I was reading through the comments. Pretty much what y'all were saying is what the general commentary was.
Yeah.
One, we got to remember he's a villain. He's a villain in a movie. He was meant to not be liked. So yeah, just. They positioned T'Challa as the king, and he's the protagonist, and we're following him. So to disrespect his mother made us not like him more. That was intentional. The lady in the museum, she's a white woman holding artifacts of the African tribe of African artifacts, and she's actually misquoting where it's from. And he's like, "Nah, you're wrong." So yeah, I might be a little disrespectful too.
He checked.
Nah, this is what it really is. See, you didn't know. You just too busy oppressing and stealing shit. To really know what it's from. And then what was the other one? His girlfriend?
He might just disrespectful to women. He was checking niggas too.
He was disrespectful to everybody.
He had a chip on his shoulder.
Is this your king? All of that shit was all...
He didn't just talk to women asking that question. He asked everybody, is this your king?
Big facts. It was just an interesting take. I will say, while we are saying that he's a product of his environment, she as a woman made that statement about Killmonger, and I'm not going to water it down with the All Lives Matter argument. So all the men aside, he was disrespecting women, but I would say that was more an affect of his characterization. The villain in the story is gonna need to be disliked, and that's what it was. So, what I want to do when actually you did say one thing about tying him to us, a lot of black men today.
Yeah.
Does that justify it?
Justify what?
Like our treatment, like how we call women bitches, and we do cross the line a lot of time, and how we get.
Now, we got tricked into that, like Race song. Like speaking, we need to go revisit the Race combo from last week. Race has a record on his song called "Trick," and right now we got tricked into calling our women bitches and hoes and just referring to them as such. Though I overall don't do that. Like sometimes, you gotta understand, it's a term.
Yeah,
it's not like, do I really feel that way? Not like it's not like, oh, you're a bitch. It's not just black though. It's like anyone.
We call each other bitches.
Yeah, like whatever. It's not like that. It's not. It's just a term. You gotta know when to use it, how to use it, and word it the correct way. You know what I'm saying?
Same like niggas. Women call each other bitches.
Or just like word nigga.
Yeah.
Like or example, just like women. I'm around a lot of females that be like, oh, bitch, let me tell you about this shit. And that's cool.
Yeah.
But if I hit bitch, like, I can't do that. So I'm not going to do that. That's just, I guess it goes along the lines of white people trying to use the word nigga. Like, just why do you need that in your repertoire?
Yeah. As a male, I wouldn't call a woman bitch to her face.
Right. So, like, that's not how I feel.
Sometimes these bitches be tripping.
You gotta, because that's the overall that should be used for the clump. Hey, somebody's bitch be tripping. That's a lot different from talking to one-on-one with a female. Like, hey, bitch, look. You know what I'm saying?
It's all connotation.
Yeah. And so I don't really use it. Even females like probably get away with it by calling them a bitch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That's not because that's not cool to me. That's not That's no.
I don't know who this chick is, but her credentials look legit. She put together panels for CBS and stuff like that, and she's like one of those behind the scenes people that's out there. She's verified, like I said, but whatever. It was a good conversation. He was.
I respect your mind.
He was a villain, and his quotable at the end with the "bury me with the with my ancestors." That whole thing.
Yeah.
We only celebrate him for that one line, but he was kind of wild. Why you bothering T'Challa?
I love Killmonger. I love his character.
I love his villain. I love him as a villain, but not the hero is T'Challa, bro.
Yeah, but he's not. But if you think about Killmonger, he's not really so much of. He's a villain because they said he is. He's not. What was he trying to really do?
He's not. He's a villain because he was trying to. He tried to take over.
Yeah, he went all Kool-Aid to himself.
He tried to take over Wakanda, and then when he did, he armed everybody and told them to go out and start wars with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a little bit villainous.
Yeah, that's
just a little bit.
Not everybody did everything to you. He wanted to take over the earth and rule it himself.
Yeah, he was bitter. I mean, he tried to Hitler the situation.
Yeah, it's essentially he tried to black Hitler the shit. He I know what you mean when you say he's not totally a villain. You know how you have anti-heroes? Maybe he's an anti-villain. I don't know if they have a name for that yet, but the villain you kind of agree with.
Yeah.
I really don't know if there's a name in writing or movie making for that. But he's a villain where his shit isn't evil for evil purposes. Like, I just want to rule the world because that's what the fuck I want to do. He was bitter. He had a reason. His dad was killed. He was left out there without the connection to his people. And for those who don't see the allegory for the black man in America, you missed it. It was a dope MCU movie, but also, you know, what was the director name?
I don't know.
He did Creed 2 also. Creed also. Damn it, what's his name? Yeah, the director and writer of the shit, Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, he got the voice of what like a lot of messaging that we as black men need to see on in Hollywood. I would love to see way more movies from him. Remember Fruitvale Station?
Yeah.
With Michael B. Creed also with Michael B. Black Panther.
But
you got to think from
Michael B. Jordan. Based on
he loves Michael B. Jordan.
That was based on the true story though.
Well, yeah, no, but he adapted it to film and got it made.
Okay.
I'm just giving him his props because he as a black man grew up in Oakland, grew up, I'm not going to say fatherless, but he grew up with his own struggles and he puts that into the writing.
Alright.
So shouts to him for doing that for us. Not a lot of people doing that for us.
Alright, yeah, salute him.
Moving the fuck on. We had a lot of talk about laws, and I guess we could just speed back through these shits. I don't know how much time we had or how much we got, even though I literally just looked. California, we talked about the dread law. Did we give a final say on that other than we agree and it's dope?
Yeah, I can't wait till we get that shit rocking from Florida niggas because natural is Florida, especially Miami, natural hair for us are dreads and gold teeth. Gold teeth grow naturally in us.
Yeah, they do. Do you believe that all dreads are made equally?
What you mean?
Should all dreads be allowed in the workplace? Like, you know the one I'm talking about. Like,
if it's natural, yes.
What's your boy name from the South? Went to jail. Kodak. Should Kodak Black be allowed in the workplace like that?
Yeah, I trust Kodak. I want him to do my taxes, actually.
You do.
I trust Kodak Black.
All right, off the dread thing, I think it's a dope thing for them to make it a law. Speaking of laws that should have been laws, lynching in America is now a federal crime. In 2020.
Man.
I don't know why I looked at my watch like the year was on there. But they always say slavery ended. Motherfucker, they just made it illegal to lynch motherfuckers.
And actually, it wasn't a unanimous vote either.
That's what's
there was people against it. There were some Republicans that were actually.
Are you serious?
How are you against something you haven't probably even seen in your own lifetime, but you know what it
I think some of them probably saw it.
Yeah, some of them old enough to maybe have been taken apart.
Some people voted against it.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is a wild place, man. Most of the motherfuckers is placed, 2 or 3 placed by Trump himself. Don't get me started. But this shit was just voted on and it passed.
All right, away from the racial stigma of lynching, is that not just another form of the death penalty?
No, man.
I'm not talking about burning crosses in the
No,
or like
about
bringing their ass out, dragging them out in front of their family. Not saying that. I'm talking about if you get sentenced to death by lethal injection or whatever. What's the difference between lethal injection and a lynching?
In that question format, nothing. But the difference between the two was just literally being dragged out.
Didn't Killmonger say lynch me with my ancestors?
I don't believe that.
Very mean to see.
Oh, my bad. I thought Killmonger said lynch me with my ancestors.
The death penalty is a process by which you go through your due process within the judicial system. You're arrested. It's just investigated. You go to trial. You lose. You're sentenced. You appeal it. You lose. You get the death penalty. 10 or so years go by and then you get put to death.
Remember how your grandma used to make you go outside and pick a switch?
Mm-hmm. This is that.
What do they make you go outside and pick a tree?
They don't hang people no more for the death penalty.
Strange fruit.
I don't want to be in this.
Swinging in the summer breeze.
I hate it here.
From the poplar seeds. Strange fruit.
Wow.
That's 2 times we sing today. And I said we. I was on Steve. Wow. But we sang on the chorus.
Swinging in the summer breeze.
Moving on to some more positive shit.
Breeze.
Wait, do that again?
Breeze.
Take his alcohol. Give me that.
I ain't drink at all.
In Hillsborough County. Oh shit, y'all hear? The whole time. In Hillsborough County, they voted to decriminalize weed possession.
Salute to my man Anthony. He coming home soon.
Oh.
He got pulled with an 8th on him.
That's crazy. Well, now if he get pulled, it's only ticketable offense.
They gotta back that off. They gotta redo these.
That's a whole nother vote. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, to what do they call it?
Commute the sentences.
Sentence community, right? I was gonna say grandfather, but the opposite. But as it stands right now, if you possess less than, I believe it's 20 grams, it's a ticketable offense. You'll see a court judge and possibly get I believe it's a fine or possible community service.
All right, I like it.
It's pretty dope. They even said that if you can't pay the fine, you can opt for community service to offset it, so they're not penalizing the poor for possession. So we already got it for medical in Florida. Now we got decriminalization in a lot of counties in Florida. We're on the way to recreational legalization for those who like it. I don't partake, but hand clap for those who do. Shout to y'all.
Yeah. Salute to them.
Maybe,
I like it.
Maybe I will if it became legal. I don't know. I like edibles.
Okay.
I don't smoke. But...
We're sure. Might like edibles.
All right, so that's all the legal shit that we had. Shout out to California, Hillsborough County, and the federal government for finally doing some shit they should have been did.
Yeah.
I guess the last question I got before we get out of here, if you had to give advice.
Are we talking advice?
To your 17-year-old self. 17-year-old Steve running around here spry and whatever the fuck they say. Your knees still good? Actually, your knees is bad. Your back okay? Got hair? Matter of fact, you might have dreads or some shit.
I was dread back then, I believe.
We was out here. I didn't have a full beard. My shit wasn't connecting. But what advice?
Like, in what form? Like, what do you mean?
What advice would you give yourself? Well, it could be anything. Strap up.
Nah.
I would tell myself to get into podcasts earlier.
Stay low and keep firing.
I like that.
Like just like Big told me, the same advice. I would reassure that. Like, hey, Big told you to stay low and keep firing. Like, yeah, do that.
Might as well be basketball. Ain't gonna be it.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Nah, real shit. If I knew everything I knew now at 17, I guess things would be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, that's hindsight.
Yeah. One interesting thing I think where we landed after the hobbies and goals and shit that we take, we was having a lot of fun and we was just exploring and seeing what we was gonna do. Where we ultimately landed here, this podcast thing with Shit Division Media and Pour Up. Remember the website I did? We had a long ass time ago, like forever ago. This is 50. Like we talked about doing a website, a hip hop website, a long time ago. Okay. I wish we would have got into like websiting and coding and shit.
The thing is, like right now, we're in our upper 30s or mid 30s. Mm-hmm. We can literally probably even within 3-4 years from now, we'll be able to give ourselves advice that we don't know we're going to whatever knowledge on the game.
Of course.
So I guess I would say we could take a life lesson learned as far as right now go, whatever we feel, even with this podcast, whatever we feel we need to do, whatever goals we set or plans you have in your head, do it right now.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to revisit 20 years from now and be like, hey, if you could tell your 35-year-old self something, what would you tell yourself then?
Start that website.
Like, just start that shit now.
Yeah.
Like, right now. Today is now. Today's the day.
I like it. And I'll co-sign that. If you have a dream or a goal, do that shit.
Yeah, because they'll shoot it out your fucking head if you don't. Like, they spilled Martin Luther King's dreams on that balcony.
I was just about to quote the Jay-Z.
Allegedly. Because I also heard they also smothered him in the hospital and he was alive.
I don't know nothing about all that.
You ain't get it? No, real shit. Because Black History Month just ended. So let's
I really never heard that. I thought he got shot.
Allegedly, Martin didn't die on that balcony. He was smothered by a pillow by the doctor in the hospital because he survived that hit.
That's crazy. The old double assassination.
I mean, that's some wild shit.
That's super wild. I like to just believe he died where that happened at. I literally have never heard that rumor. Not saying it makes it not true, but Jesus Christ.
And how did that even get out? Who witnessed that for them? Like, oh, by the way, he actually was.
Did the doctor say, yeah, I did that shit?
But the thing is, like, it was actually, again, with the thing, like, it's a thing that's like known allegedly. But again, how is that known? Like, how does that get out?
Who told who first and then second?
Like, who would actually put that pillow over? What white doctor really went in? Like, in your doctor, you work in doctor office. Like, there was no.
Also, there was nobody around or anything.
Like I just don't know how that became. out it. You know what I'm saying?
The line I was gonna quote was, "I seen niggas' views exposed to the curb and nobody said a word." To piggyback on your, because niggas will shoot your ideas up out your head.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know about the Martin shit. I don't really want to get into it. Shout out to Black History Month. We all love Martin and all the shit that he did and the rumors of he was assassinated either way. How at this point is negligible to me.
Yeah, I think it matters.
Somebody white did some shit, whether they shot him on the balcony or smothered him.
No, I think it matters, but I don't know. I just don't know the truth.
I'll have to sleep on it and see how I felt. But this is another episode of the Poor Podcast. I had a good time. Hopefully we'll have some music to review. Jadakiss pushed his album back. I know he was.
Let's talk about that Royce right quick before we get out of here. Because you heard it in its entirety.
I heard it like 3 times.
I absolutely love this Royce. This is I think it's gonna stand the test of time. I think this put Royce in a different category. I think we need to start having a discussion of exactly where Royce the 5'9" lands in one of the greatest ever doing.
100.
I think that's where hip hop needs to go with Royce.
100. I said it on my Facebook after the second listen. Niggas ain't really ready for what Roy's talking about here.
What's the name of the album?
Damn, it's funny. Off the top of the head, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's so many albums, brother.
Allegory.
It's Allegory. The Allegory. Yeah. Royce's last album, Book of Ryan, was super tough. That was personal. This was, he was talking to everybody else. Loved it. Top to bottom. I said it last week because you know what's weird? I listened to it 3 times last week and 9 times this week. But that wasn't because I just hadn't listened to it.
That's the Starless album. Another album, just a couple albums to mention. Y'all check out Lil Baby, My Turn. I fucked with it. It was cool. I'm not going to keep it in rotation. I wanted more from Lil Baby, especially with him killing features this year. And up to this point, I thought he would deliver a lot more than he did. And he didn't, but it's solid.
What I just realized, the Royce album, independent release. Heaven Studios. And I believe that's his daughter's name.
NBA Youngboy released Still Flexing, Still Stepping.
You listening to all that?
Yeah, I heard of it.
I think I'm past the age where I care to. I'm not against listening to new artists, but I need to be. Somebody has to tell me, okay, this one stands out.
NBA, he's from New Orleans, so I'm a sucker for a gate sound. So I fuck with him to just try to get that.
I'll wait on you listening for you to be like, no, you need to check this out.
NBA, he got a solid album. It's not going to stand the test of time. Denzel Carey dropped like an 8-piece, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 8 records, 18 minutes long. I was actually sad it ended as fast as it did, but also in the same breath, he gave me just enough to be like, all right, I see.
I'm checking for new shit.
You did your shit.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with my music. Oh, by the way, Fetty Wap dropped Trappin' B.
Was it a mixtape?
Album.
Was it
Fetty, I just love how Fetty Wap came and gave us literally a classic that we all don't talk about.
Fetty Wap dropped a straight up classic.
His first album, he dropped a classic.
Fire.
And then just like, all right, fuck y'all niggas.
I don't think he left. He was trying.
Yeah,
it wasn't landing.
That curl didn't quite curl.
Yeah, shout out to the young boys doing it. I'll wait for Steve to listen to most of that and tell me, should I?
Would y'all say that Fetty has an eye for talent?
Ooh, no.
He can see,
Good joke, but no. Motherfucker need to be eyeing his own talent and figuring out what the fuck, how he get back to that. Yeah, baby. That era,
he still got that sound, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think Fetty can perform really well. I think he can see the crowd.
Him and Monty.
What is this, your stand-up special? Motherfucker.
Fetty and his man Monty. I'm looking forward to it. I always give Fetty a shot because Fetty came through. He made a lot of waves. And check all that shit out in your free time. It's quick albums. They're real quick hit pieces, especially at Denzel Carey. You got 18 minutes driving somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, and you won't be unsatisfied.
Well, we'll be looking to review some of these and any new shit that's dropping. March is here. March Madness and all that. I'm not a college basketball fan.
Yeah, definitely bang Future all day. March Madness. We gotta open up with that actually. Future March Madness is actually a staple and a very fire record and probably the best record that ever exists in America. This
episode should drop tomorrow or sometime early this week, and the visuals should be done by the end of the week. Also, make sure y'all check out Guru Speaks podcast at Guru Speaks and was GuruSpeaks.life on the website. .life. You get all his socials and everything from there. Shift Division Media. This is us. I am Mike Lake.
Steve Cashel, the future star, phone in the Fender. March Madness is upon us.
Support the podcast, we out.
Y'all be safe.
Neighborhood.